How do we start this?
I don't know. How the fuck do you want to start?
We can do like iCarly. 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4.
This is going to Who's starting?
I'll do it. We just said this. You're the one who just.
Wait, this could just be the intro.
This could be the intro. You know what? That's the intro. Hello, people, and welcome to the On Cloud 9 podcast by Cloud Theatrics. My name is Justin. For those of you who may or may not know me, I am kind of an actor, sort of. I played Harry in a Harry Potter musical, but we'll get more into that later. And our fabulous co-host here.
Hi, I'm Mark. I am kind of not an actor. And by that I mean I'm definitely not an actor. I'm just the technical director of the company and edited some of the shows as well, which we'll get into later on.
Yeah, very much. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, we are part of a company called Cloud Theatrics, or prior to the day this is released, we were known as Digital Dramatics. We came together as a group of at first as like a group of TikTokers to do a show. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, called Harry Potter Musical. But just for fun, just because quarantine was boring, it sucked, and we were all like, let's do this. And in the middle of doing that show, we ended up making a whole company out of it. And so now Mark and I are here with a podcast to give you guys some behind the scenes about the company, about what's going on, and about where the company's going from here.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Justin started off. You started off at the very start of the company. I came in quite a bit later on.
Yeah. Well, when I started, it was before Harry Potter Musical was even a thing. So our artistic director and executive director, Anna Gould and Cassie May, two lovely, lovely people, sometimes.
No.
They messaged me on TikTok because the three of us are all TikTokers, and they knew that I was a singer and kind of an actor, like I said. And they were like, hey, would you like to play Harry in this Harry Potter musical that we're going to be putting on through Zoom? And I've never seen the show. I still haven't.
Justin, don't say that.
I'm going to say it. It's fine. I hadn't seen the show, but I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Like, why not? I was bored. There was barely any school going on. The world was closed. I had nothing to do. So I was like, let's do a show. And when I said yes, I didn't expect it to. I didn't expect any of this. I didn't expect to be sitting here nearly 6 months later recording a podcast with a British boy.
With a cool British boy. Yeah, no,
Sure.
I didn't. So, because I never even knew really what was going on. I just, I still don't know what's going on. But no, so because I remember I was talking to Izzy, who obviously I knew before Digital Dramatics / Cloud Theatrics, and she was like, "Oh, I'm doing this this online production of this musical." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Well, I do video editing, so if you ever need help with that, I will help out." And then she was like, "Oh, it's okay. I think we've got some video editors." So I was like, "Oh, cool. Don't need to." And then I forgot that I offered. And then she came to me later on and was like, "You said you'd do this thing." And I'm kind of sort of like, I did? I don't remember doing that. But I was like, "Yeah, fine, I'll do it." And then came the most overwhelming, total fever dream week of my life.
It was just a week. You had 1 week to put the whole thing together, right?
Well,
or was it more than a week?
I didn't do all the videos, so I did half the videos. Cassie did the other half, but I didn't know anyone. I didn't know the songs, and I had to create music videos for them all. And it was very weird because after that week, I'd seen everyone's faces so many times that I kind of felt like I knew them, even though no one knew me at all. But yeah, it was cool. And then I realized that it's very weird when you think you know people from editing them, but obviously they're all playing a character. So then when you meet them, you're like, oh, these people are nothing like that at all.
I'm always playing character, Mark.
That's true. Me too. Me too.
No, but like it was. I didn't know who you are. Like, I barely knew Izzy and Isaac because like they're the music. Izzy and Isaac are two music directors who they both came on for Harry Potter musical when it was in its like rehearsal phase. So like I barely knew them because they were just the people who were telling me what to sing and how to sing it. And I didn't really. I was kind of not paying much attention because even through the whole process of like rehearsing and everything, I was like, there's no way this is going to be that big of a thing. So I kind of I'm gonna be honest, I didn't take it too seriously. Um, so like I wasn't around like the chats and stuff. I was there. I did my singing and most of my acting, and then I just went about my regular life. And so when Izzy was like, "Yeah, we got this guy Mark who came on," um, I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who you. I didn't know who you are." I actually
I don't know who I am, Justin. I don't know who I
am. I didn't actually. I don't think we met until like probably close to Cabaret. Like
We
officially.
hadn't done. We properly met around the time when we started playing Among Us.
Yeah.
Which was after Cabaret.
Because even with like board meetings and stuff, like we weren't. Yeah, we didn't. I didn't really know many people at just that point because
no.
There wasn't as many like company hangouts, stuff like that, which is crazy.
Yeah, when we started doing more hangouts and just like playing video games, like playing Minecraft, playing Among Us, I think that was when you and me started to get to know each other.
Oh, it was a Minecraft. It was definitely Minecraft.
It was absolutely playing Minecraft. It was realizing that we were the only two people sad enough in the company to spend like 8 hours a day playing Minecraft.
The only two people competent enough to actually get stuff done in Minecraft.
That's fair.
Yeah, but like it's really crazy the fact that we went from people like stuck in our rooms across the world in like the middle of the pandemic to like I would say we're pretty close now. Like relatively.
I
mean, we're doing a podcast. I think we kind of
have friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's mad as well. So, like looking at AVPM, like at the time it was great, but like since then we've come on leaps and bounds as a company. Obviously.
Oh yeah, like looking at it now.
Cabaret was awesome.
Oh yeah, and AVP, like compared to what we've done between Lady Windermere's and Cabaret, yeah, AVPM is like
AVPM. We can forget about it. We can
forget about it 100%.
And obviously, Lady Windermere's fan again was, I think, in Cabaret we upped the music, and then in Lady Windermere's fan we upped the acting, which was cool.
Hey Mark, do you want to talk about your board position for a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm the technical director, which means I am in charge of basically making sure that everything that we release onto YouTube, all the videos that we release, look good. So I lead the editing team. I'm also one of the editors, and I have a big role in sort of how the videos look and I guess sound and just seem to be. So I worked very closely with Ethan during Lady Windermere's fan to make sure that everything looked nice and that everything was running smoothly. And then I edited all the videos for Cabaret, and I edited half the videos for AVPM, and we've got a bunch of very exciting videos coming soon over the new year as well.
Yeah, no, the Lady Windermere's fan. I haven't seen the full production yet, but I've seen some like the editing. It's really nice.
Justin, it's been out for a month.
I'm sorry, I've been working on my board role.
What's your board role?
So mine is a bit of mine actually is more of a kind of crazy story. So originally, when the board and the whole company was first put together, I was, what was it, assistant artistic director? Is that what it's called? It was something like that.
Assistant to the artistic director. No.
Oh yeah, no, I did it. I did it for the office joke. Yeah, I made my title assistant to the artistic director because it was funny. But which was essentially I worked directly under Anna, who is our artistic director, and I basically I was her bitch. It's true. I just like did stuff to help her out. I like took notes and board meetings, stuff like that. And then the time came, and I don't know who initially brought it up, but we are just like, we have a lot of talented writers in this company. We should start putting our heads together and make a team where we can make original content that we can charge people for, so we can have money for our company. Um, and that's where I kind of was just like, hey, that sounds really awesome. I'd love to be a part of that. And they were just like, do you want to run it? And I was just like, okay. So now, yeah, so now we're here. I am the director of writing and creativity for digital dramatics, Cloud Theatrics, whatever you want to call us.
Cloud Theatrics. For Cloud Theatrics, just
yeah, yes, I know. So I'm now the director of writing and creativity, and I basically just oversee our writing team, which has a bunch of talented writers on it, who at the moment of filming, we're working on 4 different projects, 2 musicals and 2 straight plays, which are all great concepts. They're all going to be so phenomenal. And our writers, our whole company is extremely talented. Let's face it.
Yeah, we've got so many people that have so many like hidden like talents and gifts, which they may be on the podcast.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. Wait, let me check it. Which they may be on the podcast.
No, yeah, we in the future we will have guests, different company members on this podcast, just so you guys can get to know them well as we do, because they're all amazing.
They're all amazing. They're all hilarious.
Except for one, his name is Skylar Gaines. He's kind of lame.
He's banned from being on the podcast. He's going to be like one of my favorite people to get on. I can't wait.
Yeah, I have a couple people I really want to get on as well.
Oh yeah. So keep in mind that there's going to be more than just us in future versions.
Yes.
And it's going to be much less awkward than this. We'll get used to it, I promise.
Yeah. So obviously we had our part of musical that happened. And then our company is actually formed, and then so towards the end actually is, I wasn't a very big part of this, so I don't know much, but I'm going to try and talk about as much as possible, is when we had our first cabaret, which was directed by Hannah Schill, I believe.
Yeah.
Which turned out phenomenal. Those songs were incredible. The editing was great. It was so good. Did you work closely with them at all, or were you just behind the scenes?
Yeah, so I had frequent meetings with Anna and Neve. Not Anna and Neve. I had frequent meetings with Hannah and Neve over how because Hannah's a really good planner. So she she had everything planned out to a T, which made it really easy for me because it meant that I knew exactly what she wanted. And I didn't have to, unlike AVPM where I had to come up with the videos on the spot. With Hannah, she knew what she wanted it to look like. Therefore, I knew what she wanted it to look like. So it looked cool.
It did look cool. I can tell you that.
One of the what was cool was seeing a bunch of new faces. Like every single project we've done, I've seen new faces, which has been cool because, I mean, I still don't know everyone in the company. And I'm looking forward to getting to know everyone in the company. But like, yeah, every single show we've seen new people, which has been great because like you sort of go like, oh, I've seen it all, and then you see someone else who's like, oh my goodness, they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really exciting, and I can't wait to see who does what for the shows in the new year.
Yeah, no, I thought it was cool because not only did for the cabaret, I know Hannah casted, she had people in the company, but she also knew a bunch of talented people who she also let audition as well from outside the company, and that's where Sky came from.
If you've seen the fireside chats, you know who Sky is.
Exactly. Those are hysterical. But still, it's crazy because I would say post AVPM, we had like 23 members. And then
yeah, something like that.
I think it was around that. And then like I would say probably after Cabaret it was up to like probably like 27, 28.
Just under 30, I think, yeah.
Yeah. And then we got to the most chaotic week of my life so far. The week of open calls. Oh, that was
open calls was Well, I mean,
Oh,
I was only in one of them, but like I could see that it was really taking the energy out of everyone. But like we got so much cool talent out of it.
yeah, no, there was like, I think, I think it was more like 2 weeks actually in the end of it. But there, besides, I think I only missed like two of the actual open calls, but I was in every other one of them. And so it was like long days, so it was like kind of like drained, but it was also like so worth it because these people are incredible. Like, who knew that like creating a theater company and then just posting about it on social media, being like, "Hey, we're auditioning people to come into our company." I did not expect to get people as talented as we did.
No, and I think as well, no one expected to get the amount of people that we did.
Oh yeah.
Like there was like so many people who auditioned, so many people who were good enough to get a callback.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then so many people who were amazing enough to get in from those callbacks as well.
Exactly. But it's like it's cool though because like when you think like open calls, you think okay, we're getting actors, but no, we got actors, singers, editors, music producers, directors, stage managers,
Yeah, we got like
marketing people.
something of everything.
Yeah, and it was just, everyone just has like not only do they have their like it also seems like everyone can do like more than one thing in this company. Like everyone has
Yeah.
their like they have their thing that like they got in for, but then they also have so many other talents that are just so helpful to us,
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
the
like
company, and it's great.
yeah, like, like you, for example, you're an actor who also, oh, by the way, I play the saxophone.
I do
We've
that
got
saxophone.
we've got people who are like, yeah, I act, but then I also play this really obscure instrument. Not that
The
the saxophone,
saxophone and
no,
obscure
no. I
instrument.
know saxophone's not an obscure instrument, but like there's people who are like, it's not as common as like, I'm sure a bunch of
Yeah,
people can play the guitar or the piano, but not as many people play the saxophone. So like
yeah,
it would be harder to find.
yeah. No, it's really cool because then we also have I'm trying to think like just off the top of my head like Bailey plays French horn. That's pretty obscure.
Yeah, it's just
Obscure.
random but also useful.
Exactly. Yeah, and then like Ethan was Snape in a Harry Potter musical. Incredible performance. Absolutely incredible. I
Yeah.
loved it. And then he comes out and basically, like, not to like throw you on the bus, but didn't he like work very much on Lady Windermere's fan?
Oh, for sure. I was my role in AVPM, not AVPM, my role in Lady Windermere's fan, with the exception of editing out the backgrounds of people for the party scene, was literally overseeing.
Yeah,
That was my
because
entire thing. And Ethan took what was a really good performance and technically made it brilliant.
that's
Which obviously, if he'd never auditioned to be Snape, we never would have got that asset.
yeah, no, and just like the audition parts for a Harry Potter musical were like that was another long day because we had a lot of auditions for that as well, which was also really cool.
Yeah.
Considering we weren't even a company then. It was just me, Anna, and Cassie. But like seeing Ethan's Snape video, it was just automatic casting.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah. I think it's really cool that we got when we did open calls, we got just as many responses as I think, well, around the similar amount of responses as you did for AVPM,
Really.
despite the fact that for AVPM you were doing
Just
you were
on
doing
TikTok. It was
it was
that's
on
all it
TikTok,
was.
but it was also just for anyone who liked AVPM. Whereas this one was like, come be in our company, and we got just the same amount of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And we're doing well on the view front as well. Like, cause like I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what Lady Windermere's fan was, and I'm sure a lot of people, even like actors and singers, are in the same boat as me. Like I doubt you did, but we still got a really good turnout.
Yeah, for sure. And also, like, I'm someone who very much I don't really like plays. I know I'm the technical director of a theater group, and don't like plays. But like the way that they did Lady Windermere's Fan, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I could watch it again and again.
Yeah, that's it. It's really good. I gotta actually watch the full thing.
Yeah,
Um,
watch it tonight.
okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Fantastic.
Um,
There you go.
yeah. So by the time open calls was over, it was basically it was right into Lady Windermere's fan because Marie actually just asked the new company members if they wanted to like be auditioned and then just pulled their company audition so they didn't have to do a second audition. So like we've been going pretty steadily throughout everything, like because it's like AVPM flowed into Cabaret, which then flowed into Open Calls, then flowed into Lady Windermere's, which is really cool.
Yeah, which has then obviously flowed into our rebrand, which we'll talk about in a minute.
That's been stressful.
That's been stressful, but it's also been really exciting because for those of you who don't know and just see us as Cloud Theatrics, we actually used to be a company called Digital Dramatics. But due to reasons of like it being a popular name, we thought, you know what, let's change our branding to something that's more unique, something that's more us, something that's easily findable. So we, after a long process, we agreed on Cloud Theatrics. But it's given us.
I love it. Like because like we really took the cloud theme, like because like because like we keep all of our stuff in the quote unquote cloud. Like when we're filming this, we're recording it to the cloud right now.
Yeah.
And like we send our messages through Discord and emails. Like that's how we run the company. But it's just the way we look at the company, and like there's people all over the world, but like no matter where they are, everyone has clouds. It's just like whether it's the what? It's true.
Everyone has clouds.
They do. Okay. At least I think so. But still, like between the fact that we're a virtual theater company and just the fact that we all feel so united. Just like most of us haven't met in person, and as much as I want to, there's probably a lot of people that I won't ever meet in person in the company, and that's fine because like we still hang out obviously like all the time, but it's just, I don't know, it just all fits together. And just Cloud Theatrics was like out of the option, we had some really good options for names for the company, but like Cloud Theatrics just like this.
Cloud Theatrics takes the cake. Like,
yeah, it was so good.
It's just unique and like it's just very good name. I think at least.
And if you can't tell by the podcast name, we really took the cloud theme and just ran with it.
We took the cloud theme and we were like, every single thing that we do is gonna have to be cloud related now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna milk this so hard. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we really have come a long way in 6 months. Like, what was it? June 2020 was when the company was founded, middle of AVPM, and we're sitting here filming this in January. And now we're announcing a whole new brand to ourselves. We're having a podcast come up. We have our season selection is almost done for this year because we're gonna have more shows. Obviously, I don't know how many exactly.
We're gonna have a few shows.
Yeah, we're gonna have a few shows, and it's just gonna be, it's great.
But no, I'm really grateful for the company, just on the grounds that obviously like we were formed during a massive lockdown, and I think all of us I personally just really needed something to do. And I think it's stopped me from getting into some kind of slump. You know what I mean? Where you're just sort of not sitting about, not doing anything every day. You've actually got something to like work towards, rather than, because I think it's very easy to just be lazy.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So when you've got Emily shouting at you to do promo work for her, it's very difficult to be lazy then. And especially now, you know, we've got a podcast to record now, so it's another thing that's stopping me from just sitting on my backside and not doing anything.
You know, we've actually been talking about this for a while as well, like just doing a podcast. It's probably during Cabaret when I brought it up.
It was just after Cabaret. I remember. We weren't that close at the time, and you were like, "Hey, Mark, do you want to co-host this podcast with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah, because I thought, I don't know, I felt the dynamic. I was like, there's got to be something here, And then
sure.
Emily was like, yes, 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 yes. And then like obviously between open calls, late image, rebrands, like it's taken us a while to get to it, but like I feel like now we're at a perfect spot to start the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as well, we're at a time where it's not neither. Well, I mean, we are busy, but also like we're not overwhelmingly busy, like both of us.
Yeah.
In which, like, I haven't got a full show to edit. I've actually got a team in which I can help share that out. You've got a team, so we're not just taking on loads of projects by ourselves.
Yeah, we can just make everyone else do our work for us and sit here and record podcasts.
That's not what we do.
That was a joke. That was entirely a joke.
Promise that we do our work. Just enough. Okay. But no, it's been really good, and I think lockdown was a hard time for everyone, and it's definitely helped me get through it.
Yeah, no, like even I would say the beginning of ABPM, because like I'm a nervous person. I'm be straight up about it. So like I didn't know Anna and Cassie. Like we followed each other on TikTok, but that was like it. And so like starting ABPM, like before ABPM, I was definitely in a slump because my school was closed. I was home. I was doing absolutely nothing. It sucked. And then I get this message. Then I start doing stuff with Anna, Cassie. We pull in these other people, like to the company, all the other actors. We get them in. We start working on stuff and just like doing music. Just really like pulled me out. Like, and now that we have stuff to do, like it's a job. Like we obviously don't get paid, but it's a job, and it's it's great. I love it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's stressful at times. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely stressful. But it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I think I've obviously we're very heavily involved in it now to the point where like I can see myself being a part of this company for a long time.
There's no turning back now.
No turning back now. Emily will come for my kneecaps.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Emily's a lovely person, I promise.
For anyone wondering, Emily is the marketing director.
Is that a woof from the corner of your room?
A little bit. Emily is our marketing director, and she's also the manager of this podcast. So, she'll be on eventually.
Yeah, she definitely will be.
I'm super excited for where this company is going. Like, for these are which original works. First of all, like I kind of have to say that because like it's my team, but like they're gonna turn out so well.
Yeah.
Like we have so many talented members, like we said.
We've got so many awesome people that you guys are gonna see on here at some point. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah. So most of these podcasts are going to be a bit longer, but this one's obviously a little shorter, just so we can introduce you guys to the company and to us. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. To those of you who are here and stayed to the end, thank you so much. And don't forget to check out the rest of our stuff on our Patreon.
Justin.
Yeah. What?
We haven't announced the Patreon yet.
What do you mean?
We're not announcing the Patreon yet.
No. We don't. Okay. So we have a Patreon. It's gonna be launched on February 10th. Yeah, tier ones launching on February.
Stop talking.
Well, it's too late now. We're too deep in there. We
can edit it out.
Okay, whatever. Thank you for watching the On Cloud 9 podcast. I'm Justin.
Oh, screw it, we've announced it now. Yeah, it'll be $3. Come back. Oh, it's fine. I'll edit this part out. We don't need to keep the Patreon part in.
Okay. Thank you for watching On Cloud 9. I'm Justin.
I'm Mark.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All night.
On Cloud 9, a Cloud Theatrics podcast, is produced in affiliation with Cloud Theatrics. However, not all of the views or values expressed within this podcast necessarily reflect the views or values of our company. This podcast stars Mark James and Justin Kochetta. It is edited by Mark James and Justin Kochetta and produced by Emily Foster. Thank you for listening. See you next time.